Hey, everybody. Shane Presley here, Rock Paper Podcast. Thank you so much for tuning in to another brand new episode. Today's features singer-songwriter Miranda Bury. I had a lot of fun hanging with Miranda over at Copper Fire in Belleville, Illinois, before her gig over there, and had a great time getting to know a little bit more about her and her music and her upcoming debut album due out here in a couple weeks, and you're going to get a little sneak peek at it today on the show. Do want to remind you, as always, Rock Paper Podcast is brought to you by Friendship Brewing Company in Wentzville, Missouri, serving up all your craft beer needs with over 25 rotating taps out there. They're sure to have a beverage just right for you. All kinds of tasty drinks and tasty eats. You get your, come out and grab some dinner, cold beverage, hang out on the patio, and have a great time at Friendship Brewing Company. Live music every weekend. You're kicking off Thursday night with your Singo Bingo night out there on June 8th. On Friday, June 9th, Andy Tucker. And on Saturday, June 10th, Steve Kyle. Sunday, June 11th, Matt Waltershed. You can find their full calendar of events, their full beer menu, food menu, and everything else at friendshipbrewingcompany.com. And if you've been following along, June, they launched their brand new Friendship Brewing Company Flint Hill location, and grand opening set for July 29th, but they've been doing some soft opening weekends, so you can come get a feel for it. You can try out the new Fly High Kitchen and get some tasty eats out there too. It's a beautiful space, and come see what's happening out in Flint Hill, Missouri. Again, friendshipbrewingcompany.com for all the info. And be sure to follow along with them on Facebook and Instagram. If you need anything else from me, you can always find me at rockpaperpodcast.com. Hit me up on the socials. Email me at rockpaperpodcast@gmail.com. I would love to hear from you. And with that out of the way, sit back, relax, and enjoy a brand new episode with Miranda Bury.
A podcast is kind of like it's like a radio show that's not on the radio. It's on the internet. Does that make sense? Uh-huh. Yeah. That's also like my mom. It makes it sound more confusing, doesn't it? It sounds like this.
This is Miranda Bury, and you're listening to Rock Paper Podcast.
Rock Paper Podcast.
This is beat paper, paper covers rock. Rock beats is a shame, covers non-stop. Never know what new kind of guests that he's got coming at you. Live and direct on the spot. Could be rock, folk, country, or hip-hop, jazz. All kind of folks that he has. Could be an artist or a comedian to make you laugh on the
Rock Paper Podcast.
double-decker fudge round, rolling round town. Shane coming at you live and direct from ground zero. He's your hero, he's your bestie. Rock Paper Podcast with Shane Presley.
Rock Paper Podcast.
Hey everybody, Shane Presley here, Rock Paper Podcast, coming to you from St. Louis, Missouri. Hanging out today at Copper Fire in Belleville, Illinois with Miranda Bury.
Hi.
I'm super glad to be here with you.
Thanks for having me.
This is our first time getting to meet officially, but we've been talking online a little bit and talking about you're gearing up to release your debut album.
Yes, I'm super excited.
So,
June 30th.
Yeah, so I was glad to sit down with you and get to talk about this before it comes out here soon. And but we're up here at Copper Fire. You're playing tonight. We already got a line around the block. We got George Strait's in the house down there.
Yep, you know, they're going to have to get extra parking somewhere.
Yeah, right. Yeah. But this is super cool. I'm like, this is one of my favorite things about doing this show is continually discovering new music in our area and getting to meet people, and just I don't know, I have a lot of fun doing it. So
Yeah, I love seeing your posts and just celebrating everybody who's in this industry is super cool. I love seeing it.
Hey, thanks. Yeah, just I don't know. I started this show with like really just a very small amount of info. Really, like I thought I knew a lot at the time, but then like as I've been doing
Isn't that how everything goes?
Like, I mean, I not that I knew it all or anything, but not like that kind of attitude. But like, I was like, hey, I know quite a bit of St. Louis musicians, and I started doing the show. And once I put myself out there,
They're really hiding.
boom,
They're really
I get
hiding.
networked like crazy. So yeah, 9 years later, 1,000 episodes of the show. I'm
Amazing.
I'm still discovering new music in town.
So awesome.
But yeah, so tell me a little bit about Miranda's story. This
I would love to.
You grew up Southern Illinois?
Yeah, Marissa, Illinois is where I grew up. I started playing guitar when I was like 11, 12. I had knee surgery, and my brother had taken some tab lessons at the local, guitar shop, and I was like, hey, teach me how to do that really quick. And he taught me, and I just spent hours upon hours upon hours playing guitar, and
was that
pretty much did not want to do anything else for the next 15 years.
Sure.
So.
Was that so you were like couldn't go anywhere because of the surgery?
Mm-hmm, yeah,
so like,
just stuck. Yep.
Right.
Yep. Exactly. Precisely. Yeah. And I had always written poetry and just always wrote down my thoughts and feelings, and I really honed that when I got the guitar. It was like, oh, this is how I want to get that out into the world. And I think I wrote my first song when I was like 13.
Wow. Yeah.
And I started playing.
You still playing that one?
I get asked to play it sometimes. Yeah. And I'm like, please don't make me play that song. But they still like it. But it feels a little juvenile to me. But, I feel like when you play a song for that long that it starts feeling that way.
It is kind of funny, though. Like, I mean, you're probably not like, that's probably not the one you're most proud of, but it's funny how like those little things, like whatever, the nursery rhymes or those, whatever things from our youth, like that come back around.
Yep.
And,
they hold the nostalgia.
Right. And then it becomes like a pop song, you can put it to a beat and all of a sudden everybody's singing along to it. And it's like, it's something that's been there forever.
I definitely have learned like since this album has been coming out and I've been playing these songs out, that what I thought would be everybody's favorite is not always everybody's favorite. So sometimes it does work out that way, but sometimes it definitely does not. And
whatever might be their favorite this week might not be the same.
That's also true.
Week,
and different places that I play carry different, all walks of life.
Sure.
So you never know what you're gonna, who you're gonna entertain that day.
So what? Big shout out to your brother then, huh?
Yeah, he's awesome. He also comes to all my shows and sets up my equipment. So he's pretty cool.
Nice. Got a roadie out of it too.
We were probably not that close when I was stealing his guitar to play all of his guitar tabs, but we're really close now. So I'm grateful.
Do you remember like the first like cover that you learned?
God, don't even want to admit how many Taylor Swift songs I learned when I started playing guitar. Yes, all the T Swift. I was a Swiftie for sure. Yeah, I started playing out when I was 16. Had my first show at Just Sue's in Evansville, and I am pretty sure that 40 song set list was 80% Taylor Swift,
Right.
and I do not blame anybody who walked in and turned directly around and walked right back out.
Well, that's enough for me.
I'm good, thanks. I really try now to do a very wide variety of different music when I play at my shows, because there's, everybody likes something different.
Sure.
So I want to keep them there and hang out with me. So,
but that's a good place to start though. She's doing all right.
Yeah. I feel like I could have picked a worse, could have picked a worse idol for sure.
I did really like that video. Saw some live videos from her Nashville show when it rained and she's out there dancing and singing, and
yeah, she's incredible.
It looked like a ton of fun. So
I would sing in the rain. That sounds awesome.
Yeah, she.
I don't have the money or the equipment to sing in the rain though. I'd be like, my microphone, I'm crying.
Yeah. But yeah, and I feel like, I didn't want to, directly say, compare you to her, but hearing especially choosing to do an acoustic solo record, just you and your guitar on this, what you're putting out now as your debut, and people are getting to hear some of the singles already out there. But it felt, very reminiscent of early Taylor stuff when she, her more of her acoustic stuff before.
I felt like I'm not to the point yet where I have a full band sound out, so it would feel super inauthentic if I came out with this whole album that was like, hey, these are my songs. You're never going to hear them like that in real life, but here they are on this demo CD.
I think that's important. I think being able to replicate what people are hearing, I think is very important. I mean,
yes. And we tried to keep it very raw on the album as well. So it sounds very close to how, like how I do it in person.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, I think there's room for all of it, but I do love that I can buy exactly what I heard tonight, instead of, well, this record's like, where's all these horns coming from and all this stuff, whatever. So it's like,
or when you show up to a gig and you're like, oh my God, that is not at all what I heard.
All right.
Definitely did not want that to be happening. And I play almost every weekend, so I'm trying to do it right.
Yeah, definitely. Let's start with you put the Janice and Dolly out as your first debut single.
The decision on what came first was very hard for me.
Yeah.
It was not an easy decision. I kind of got to the point where I was like, all right, I'm done switching between what I want to come out first. So this is going out in the world first.
Yeah.
I feel like Janice and Dolly is it just captures what I'm trying to do with this album. I'm from Southern Illinois. We're not in Nashville, but man, are we not? Because it feels like sometimes, and it's so weird writing music here. It's so, in a good way, it's just different. And I feel like you just connect with so many, better than anybody that the community of music here is pretty amazing. And
for sure,
I just wanted to write a song about what it was like to write music here. So
yeah.
If you're from here, man, you get it. We all just wanna belong. No one quite knows where we fit in. We all wanna be someone. It's strange living here in between, and I'll explain just what I mean. If you wear cowgirl boots, you're trying way too hard, but you better love that Hank Williams Jr. song. There's no way to please everybody, though you'll spend too much time trying, living somewhere between Janice and Dolly. Been singing Bobby McGee in local bars since 16. I had my heart broke, I can't lie, by a Jolene look-alike. It's strange living here in between, and I'll explain just what I mean. If you wear cowgirl boots, you're trying way too hard, but you better love that Hank Williams Jr. song. There's no way to please everybody, though you'll spend too much time trying, living somewhere between Janice and Dolly. Busted flat, working 9 to 5. We're all trying to survive. It's strange living here in between, and I'll explain just what I mean. If you wear cowgirl boots, you're trying way too hard, but you better love that Hank Williams Jr. song. There's no way to please everybody, though you'll spend too much time trying, living somewhere between Janice and Dolly. And if you wear cowgirl boots, you're trying way too hard, but you better love that Hank Williams Jr. song. There's no way to please everybody, though you'll spend too much time trying, living somewhere between Janice and Dolly.
I really like this one a lot. It's funny now that you're saying, that was one of the questions I was thinking of listening to it. I said, is this based on a true story? But you're saying that you've been singing since you were 16 in bars,
yep.
And so all this. So I guess if it was very much based on a true story.
Yes, it was. That is 100% my story right there.
All right. And I do like, writers that pull directly from, truth, and put it right there in the songs. I do also appreciate storytellers that can, just create something.
I do pull some other people's stories into my songs sometimes. I don't have, it's not very interesting over here all the time. You got to have other people's lives to write songs about sometimes, but yeah.
But this was a great tune, and I really enjoyed you putting like busted flat, working 9 to 5, putting lines like that inside.
My mom actually helped with that one.
Nice.
Yeah. I'm like, I can't get this bridge. You got to help me. You got to get me with something. She's like, well, what if you incorporated like some of the, because it's, Janice and Dolly, maybe if we incorporated some of the lyrics. I'm like, that is genius.
Nice,
let's do that.
Nice work, Mom.
Yeah, she helps a lot. She's cool.
Yeah. I saw she was singing with you the other night.
Yes, I grew up in a very, very musical family. Both of my brothers sing. My uncle sings. My aunt sings. My mom sings. All dabbled in instruments. My cousin Tristan plays a little piano, a little bass. But I'm really the only person who stuck with an instrument for a long time. But we all, family karaoke night is, nobody wants to go to those ever.
All right.
It's just family. Yeah. Like they're like, oh, we're not singing after that. So, but we have a lot of fun. We've spent my whole life just sitting out back singing the Judds together. So
nice. Yeah, that's very cool. We never had like those performing wise kind of things, but I mean, there was just a bit. I never played really, but Dad played a little bit of guitar, a little bit of piano. I joke that mainly with piano he would do, because we had it in the house, and who knows when it was ever tuned or anything, but he would walk by and he would always do, the Bob Seger.
I love it.
That was about it, all he played for piano. But like I said, a little bit of guitar, but I think he was most fluent with harmonica. He would jam with some blues bands.
My Uncle Rob plays harmonica.
Yeah.
Yep.
And he would occasionally sit in with like bluegrassy kind of bands too. And I have distinct memories. We had this kind of like called a solarium, like a sunroom kind of space at the house. And it was usually like a Saturday or Sunday morning, and Dad would plug the guitar in and start playing around. And me and my brother and him would all sing like Ozark Mountain Daredevils. That's the memory is I've been standing on a rock, just waiting for my seeds to grow.
That is 100% like my dad's side.
Yeah.
Very, my mom was 90s country.
All right.
90s country all the time. All the time. It was nothing but 90s country.
Sure.
And then I would go see my dad on the weekends, and it would be KC95, the rock, so I had the best of both worlds. Nice. For sure. So that helped me in a lot of ways when I'm out playing and I have a variety of songs to play. So
I feel like that comes through like the more the 90s country compared to what you may be hearing on our radio today, which I love because I love 90s country too. We're going to see Shania on Sunday.
I saw her 4 years ago. And I was pregnant and very, very, very sick.
Yeah.
And I went anyways, and it was the best night of my life. Nice. She was amazing. So I hope you love it.
Yeah. My wife's a huge fan, and I think we probably were at that maybe around that same time. We saw her at the Enterprise Center show, and then we're excited to see her again. And but yeah,
she's incredible.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. But anyway, we listen to a lot of 90s and country at the house, and but I feel like that's what makes this, like, listening to your record makes it more unique to me. Like, you're not trying to sound like every girl on the radio right now. I'm really glad you said that. Yeah. That makes a lot. Yeah. Thanks. So this, I love it. I thought it sounded really nice. Thank you. I wanted to share one. This one in particular really resonated for me. I don't know if you know much of my story, but I lost my mother in 2019 to brain cancer. And so there's lyrics in the song that should have picked a different song. I would have picked it anyway because I like. Even though they're sad, I still love them. And those are the ones that have the meaning. Oh yeah, make you feel. And this, there's lyrics in this song that, especially the last one, So
I am so glad that my song resonated with you.
yeah.
Thanks a lot.
So this is Mama's Kitchen, right?
Yeah. Learned who I was in that room. I thought I fell in love a time or two. We were making memories, making do. You'll miss it when it's gone, it's so damn true. There were days, felt like nothing's going right, so we would sing and stay up all night. We would talk about life, talk about love, laugh until it hurt like hell. Man, you don't know what you were missing in Mama's kitchen. We grew up in that house, afraid we'd never get out of that town. Wish I knew then what I know now. Could appreciate the little things, like how there were days it felt like nothing's going right, so we would sing and stay up all night. We would talk about life, talk about love, laugh until it hurt like hell. Man, you don't know what you were missing in Mama's kitchen. And now I spend most my days with a little of my own, and I know she'll say when she's grown, there were days felt like nothing's going right, so we would sing and stay up all night. We would talk about life, talk about love, laugh until it hurt like hell. Man, you don't know what you were missing. Oh, what I would give just to be in Mama's kitchen.
But anything you want to? I mean, I told you my story, but anything your story that connected to this song in particular?
I mean, I just moved, continuing with the growing up listening to 90s country. My Mama's Kitchen was the room to be in.
Yeah.
And it's not a big room to be in, but we pretended like it was.
Sure.
So we would have 50 people like sardines in this little room, cooking and singing and dancing and all the good stuff. And I could not make an album without including Mama's Kitchen. So
do you have a particular like dish or anything that triggers memories or anything like that?
Sorry, this is so gross. Everybody hates it but me, but I literally ask for it every year on my birthday. She makes split pea soup.
Yeah.
And it is the best split pea soup ever. Everything she makes is gold though. So good.
It's I don't know that would have been, I don't know if I would have guessed that split pea is the one, but yeah.
Nobody ever does.
Yeah, right. But no, I do agree. I mean, like there's there's a lot of fun, having those moments like that with the family and having those memories tied to those. Especially now, it's documented in a song and for everybody to enjoy.
I feel like I feel like the same thing happened with Delilah's song. I had to incorporate that too. I couldn't not.
Yeah, I do. Well, let's talk about Delilah's song. This is another one that I thought would be good to showcase. And you wanted this one's currently unreleased, but we'll be able to purchased it, and
June
everything-
30th.
June 30th.
Yep, everything will be available. The whole album, all 7 songs, June 30th on Spotify, the works, everything.
Yeah.
So I'm super excited.
And this one is Delilah your
My daughter,
daughter?
yes. I have a 4-year-old. Her name is Delilah. Yep.
I kind of figured I
Yep.
knew putting it together, but then this song very much feels like could be like a lullaby type of
That was the intention was I just want a song. I think she had like 103 fever and she was taking a nap, and I was feeling very in mom mode at that moment. And I was like, well, what a better time to have a song idea that I literally cannot not go sit down and write all of it down.
Right.
And she took a nap, and I wrote that entire song in probably 15 minutes.
Wow. Yeah.
Because I was like, I have to finish this before it leaves my brain.
All right. Before she wakes up.
And she wakes up not feeling well.
Yeah.
Yes. And I wrote it and recorded it and put it online, and everybody was like, you have to add that to the album when you go to Nashville and record. And I was like, I agree. If I were to pick a song that I feel is the most important for me to have on my first album, it would probably be that song. Your lashes fan across your cheeks as you sleep. And even though I know you dream, I still sing. And I hope it reaches your soul, so you know all my love you hold. And if I could change the world for you, I would. Defend off all the evil, shower you with good. But now I'll show you all the beauty, sunshine through the rain. And I'll teach you how to find a smile through a cloud of pain. You'll shine brighter than the sun, my little one. Years move fast, days move slow, I know. But it's the greatest gift just to watch you grow. You hold my world in your hands, and I hope you understand. That if I could change the world for you, I would. Defend off all the evil, shower you with good. For now I'll show you all the beauty, sunshine through the rain. And I'll teach you how to find a smile through a cloud of pain. You'll shine brighter than the sun, my little one. Listen clearly, 'cause someday I'll be gone. I hope you feel me when you hear this song. 'Cause if I could change the world for you, I would. Defend off all the evil, shower you with good. For now I'll show you all the beauty, sunshine through the rain. And I'll teach you how to find a smile through a cloud of pain. You'll shine brighter than the sun, my little one.
So what you think of it? Does she sing along with you?
Well, she knows that she has a song, and she'll say, "Mommy, play my song." So I think she likes it. So it's hard to please a 4-year-old,
All
but
right.
She likes Boyfriend too, but only because it's like I let her say sucks really loud. So she likes that song too.
All right. Excuse me. You mentioned recording in Nashville.
Yeah.
So tell me about that process. How'd that all go down?
It was absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
I went to Toy Box Studio and recorded with Liz Shaw. He was everything that I needed the first person that I recorded with to be, because I was so nervous and he was so like just calm, and he was like, hey, like we're just going to chill and put down some songs. And I was like, okay. He just made me feel super comfortable, and it was amazing to work with somebody that was so awesome and down to earth. So I was grateful that I had that first experience, because I feel like it could have gone a very different way on my first time recording an album. So
I think that's like the biggest part of it, is just creating that comfortable vibe in the room. Whether it's couches or nice carpets, or just you creating this ambiance in a room like where you're just like be able to relax and like be as creative as possible.
Absolutely. Yep.
So I've been fortunate enough to record in some nice studios around town, and that's exactly the feeling I get when I watch. It's just like it's like zen, type of thing.
Yes, very much so.
Yeah.
And we recorded the entire album in 2 days.
Wow. Yeah.
And I probably should have not done that. I was like, let's do this. Let's get her done.
Yeah.
But it turned out everything that I wanted and more. So
was that had you been down there to visit before?
I had only been to Nashville a handful of times. And just to go to Nashville, it wasn't for anything like that. I moved away for 5 years and didn't really play. I played from like 16 to 21 or 22, something like that. And then I moved away and I didn't play out at all for years. And I just started playing again out 2 years ago. I had a daughter, obviously, and I was like, I just need something that's just for Miranda again. And I started playing out again, and it kind of just exploded a little bit. And I am booked every weekend until January right now.
Nice.
And it's overwhelming in a good way.
Right.
I love it. I'm super grateful. And everybody's been amazing and super supportive through this entire journey. And I'm super excited to get my songs out into the world finally.
So we got obviously a couple out there. We got, like I said, Janice and Dolly. You got Boyfriend and Buy Me a Drink.
Yep.
Currently available on Apple Music and Amazon Music.
Yeah.
Right?
Apple and Amazon.
Yeah.
Yep.
And we'll have the full record ready on June 30th. And that night you'll be playing
at the Bullpen Bar and Grill in New Athens, Illinois. And it will be a release party, like an album release party. And I will perform from 8 to 11.
Okay.
So, yeah.
And is that pretty close to hometown crowd?
That is, yes.
Yeah.
It's like 2 towns over from my hometown. But it's also only like 15 minutes from Belleville. So it's not too bad from here. But it's, that's my, I play there once a month, and I have since I started playing out again. So they're near and dear to my heart. I love it there.
And it's just you and the guitar.
Me and the guitar.
Yeah?
Yep.
That's gonna be fun. I'm excited for you. I'm excited.
You.
I'm excited for everybody else to hear the rest of these songs. Like I said, you gave me a little advanced sneak peek, and I've been loving it. So I'm really excited for the rest of the world to get to hear it too. So. We got one more we wanted to share. I think this one was fun, and it may be appropriate too, being in a bar tonight.
Yes, it is my party song.
Yeah.
I definitely wrote this before I was married, so keep that in mind.
All right. So this Buy Me a Drink, we mentioned, is currently a single out there. I liked this one a lot. It's got a little bit, it's a little more upbeat, but also a little sassy.
A little sassy, yes. This is my sassy song.
A little... I like the lines. Maybe I've seen you around. Well, I've been here all night, and And
why don't you go sit down?
Right. I'm like, and I liked that you say tequila is my man, and so I don't know. There's a couple of those lines stick out to me.
This is very reminiscent to 21-year-old Miranda.
You're staring at me from across the room. You're burning a hole in my good mood. I don't need your lines or your smooth moves, Get your face out of mine. You smell like cheap booze. But wait, buy me a drink. Hell by us around. It ain't what you think. Desperation washes down. Hey, we've all been alone, but you're cramping my style. So buy me a drink and go away for a while. You say you wanna talk, get to know who I am. Well, you might as well get lost, 'cause tequila's my man. Say you've seen me around. Well, I've been here all night. Would you go sit down? Maybe the next girl will bite. But wait, buy me a drink. Hell by us around. It ain't what you think. Desperation washes down. Hey, we've all been alone, but you're cramping my style. So buy me a drink and go away for a while. And contrary to your belief, I'm leaving here alone. But if you insist on pressing this, while my liquor, it's getting low. So buy me a drink, hell by us around. It ain't what you think. Desperation washes down. Hey, we've all been alone, but you're cramping my style. So buy me a drink and go away for a while. We know you're thirsty, well, so are we. Let's go, buy me a drink.
Is that still not the case then, huh? Tequila's
No, Miranda still really likes tequila.
Yeah.
So I wrote this song. I feel like a lot of my upbeat songs, I know this sounds really terrible because I'm a sad girl and I like writing sad music, but I feel like every now and then I guilt myself into writing something upbeat because, all right, Miranda, you've wrote 3 sad songs.
Yeah.
Come on, pick it up a little bit. But I feel like this was one of those times where like I was just in a good mood and I wanted to write a good, happy song and also was feeling a little sassy. So it was
Is that like cathartic for you, or to work through these things? Like
absolutely, very much so. I feel like I've learned so much. Oh God, it's like therapy. I feel like I've learned so much through like what I write down that I'm like, oh, I really do feel that way. I didn't realize that until I wrote that down, and now I'm like, that puts a little thing into perspective there, and a little thing into perspective there.
Because even as a fan listening, I feel like that a lot too. Like I'm again in Mama's Kitchen and stuff. I'm a sucker for some of these more, sadder tunes, or songs that make me
feel.
Yeah, I know there's going to be certain ones that are going to tap into those emotions, and I'm gonna feel it, and I they all have a certain time and place. Yes. And but I think listening to those, sometimes it's nice to hear a song that makes you realize that you're not alone doing this stuff. It's like, absolutely, there's other people going through this exact same thing that I'm feeling. I
have so much more music since I put out this album that I'm so like, I'm sure everybody who writes music is like this. When an album's coming out, they're working on so much other stuff that they're excited about. But I feel like this album is what I've been doing. Do you know what I mean? Like it's beginning with the music to now. And it really just encapsulated what I have been doing for the past, 10 years playing out, and I'm super proud of it, but I'm also very, very, very excited for what's to come. And hopefully the momentum that I have going continues and I get the chance to play with other musicians and make a full album and play out with a full band. And that's the goal.
Yeah, definitely. Well, you can find Miranda on your Facebook and Instagram and TikTok. And you do a great job of listing all your dates there and stuff. So
I'm really, really good on my Facebook page,
right.
but that's probably the, not saying how old I am, but I'm not very good on keeping up on Instagram and TikTok, but I try
all
to.
Right. And, but that's a good way to get plugged in and find out if hopefully coming to a town near you.
Yeah.
You do a pretty good job getting into some of the different towns around.
I try to go. Yes, I try to keep it a broad spectrum of where I'm playing. And
you just played Honky Tonk downtown St. Louis.
Honky Tonk STL.
Yep. So hopefully we'll keep making our way over through the Missouri side.
Sunset overlooking Columbia.
Yeah.
I love playing there. That place is beautiful, and the owners are amazing. All the way to Pheasant Hollow Winery, and we got Salem and all over the place.
Right. And Copper Fire. Yeah, big shout out. Thanks again.
Yeah, thanks for letting us use your space.
Yeah, absolutely.
Super awesome.
Very nice. And but I got a couple of questions I've been having fun asking. I get to know you a little bit more. And
roll them at me.
Let's start with one I always get a kick out of. But say if we get a Miranda Bury action figure, or maybe more Barbie doll, if you grew up on that in Barbie doll era and stuff, or anything, whatever you want to consider it. What would you like to see as like maybe 3 accessories to go with your action figure?
Definitely sparkles.
Yeah.
Gotta have some sparkles. Sparkle high heels. Something sparkly.
Yeah.
Definitely the guitar. Has to have a guitar. And a microphone.
Yeah.
Gotta have a microphone too.
What's your guitar choice? Do you have a dream guitar that you would love to have?
I don't have a dream guitar. I went to Wisconsin one time and I played a $13,000 Taylor.
Whoa. Yeah.
And immediately was like, get this out of my lap before I break it. Yeah. And it was so beautiful and I loved it. But I think just haven't had the opportunity to really be around enough guitars to know what I would love to have, but really looking forward to having that experience.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know anything about guitars, gear, or any, just not in that world. But I mean, I admire them. They're all beautiful. There's locally in St. Louis, we have Killer Vintage guitars, and I was lucky enough to sit in there and do a podcast one night, and with Jimmy Griffin of a bunch of different bands, El Monstero, and
cool,
and stuff. But he's and his own originals and stuff too, and King of the Hill, going back ways. But anyway, I sat with him, and I'm just surrounded by all these guitars all over the walls, and who knows what these price tags were, but I'm just like, yeah, these are cool. Like, I don't know anything.
You can feel the history in places like that. It's so cool.
Yeah, and then of course he's like telling me stories about like Billy Gibbons coming in there and buying from ZZ Top, and and these guys like that, and I'm just like, yeah, this is sweet. This is fun to be here. Like,
right.
So I can imagine it could be dangerous being in a guitar shop holding a Taylor like that and stuff. And
yes. Yeah. I definitely didn't grow up on the nice side of town. So I walk in there like, don't touch anything.
All right. So yeah, maybe we'll get that Miranda action figure coming soon. Be fun to put on the merch table.
Love it. Hilarious.
Yeah. All right. What about a song that's always gets stuck in your head? Do you or currently stuck in your head? Do you have anything that's currently on repeat?
Always Gravity, Sarah Bareilles.
Yeah.
Yep. She's my favorite. And it was so crazy because it's definitely not anything like, I do some Sarah Bareilles at my shows, but as far as like my vibe of what I do and what I write, it's not very reminiscent of Sarah Bareilles, but she's so incredibly talented. I'm like, every time I watch anything that she does, I'm like starstruck the whole time. So
yeah. I get these like lines, like just for whatever reason, that's how my brain works. Sometimes it'll be one line or something from the song, and then just on a loop, and like.
Oh yeah, it's never the whole song.
Right, yeah.
It's always 2 seconds that's going to drive you absolutely crazy the entire day.
Yeah, and then I start remixing it in my brain, and
it gets dangerous when you start doing that.
I don't know why my mind does that to me, but that's what happened. The other day, I think it probably could be the copious amounts of caffeine too, but
I'm a mom. I get it.
Yeah, I was at work the other day, and that was that Gavin DeGraw. I don't want to be anything other than what I've been trying to be lately.
That is a staple stuck in your mind. I probably had that song stuck in my head a billion times in my lifetime.
Right, yeah. And like, so then I started doing like, the all kinds of different voices singing that same line. I don't know, just like, it was, it was entertaining to me, and
we definitely used to do that, like around the bonfire at my mom's house. Like I'd play a song and then my uncle would make up like a million lyrics to it, and it would just get going, and we would like write these like ridiculous, terrible, made no sense, hilarious. It was just, right. Definitely have been there, done that.
And not that I'm going to like immediately go and cover or, like rip off of Gavin DeGraw, but I do feel like that's a way to be creative, like take some, maybe it starts with that, and then you like take it far enough.
I have called my mom after I have written a song and been like, does this sound like this song? And she's like, they sound nothing alike. Yeah. And I realized like, those are just my influences. Mm-hmm. And I feel like every artist is influenced by certain artists. So in your mind, that's who was influencing it. Sure. That doesn't mean that it's the same song or that it sounds exactly like that. But I get super worried that when I'm writing something, it's going to be like copying somebody else. So I'm always very cautious about what my songs sound like. I think it's funny. Like, we live in that age now. It's like, when they're going to court over some of the stuff. It's like, I would be honored for someone to be like, I wrote this song that sounds very similar to yours and it blew up too. Like, well, right on. Awesome. Like,
but I do like, I think one of the big ones I think was that's Sam Smith's song. I can't think of the name of the song now, but whatever, they claimed that they had like a similar chords or whatever to Tom Petty.
Join every pop song ever.
But it was close to Tom Petty's song, and so then they ended up giving Tom Petty a writing credit. And he won a Grammy because of it. So, he's got, so that's it worked out for Tom Petty.
I guess so.
Yeah. But yeah.
Anybody can feel free to use my songs.
Yeah, especially if you're going to go win some Grammys. So,
yeah.
Let's do that.
You just take that and win all those Grammys.
You mentioning, Janice and Dolly, obviously, I'm sure those were heroes, along with singing those songs growing up in the bars and stuff. But do you have a dream duet or collaboration? Is there a certain?
Oh,
maybe Sarah Bareilles. Maybe
I would love that. Yeah. Yes. Also, Brandi Carlile.
Sure. Yeah.
She's
coming to town.
That would be amazing. I would probably keel over if that happened. I went and saw Winona when she was here, and we thought that Brandi Carlile and Ashley McBryde were opening, and it turns out they were only doing it for like the first half of the tour. And I found out like 4 days before the concert, and I was like, no. It was still amazing and life altering, but I was like, I'm so bummed.
Yeah, man. I would love to hear Winona live.
She came out barefoot, and I was like, I'm never wearing shoes to a show ever again.
I feel like Stacy said that was like her first concert. My wife, I'm pretty sure she went to.
I wish my first concert was that cool.
What was your?
Britney Spears.
Well, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It
was amazing, but
only one of the biggest.
Winona is nothing to mess with. Right. That woman's voice is.
It could have been way worse than Britney Spears. At least she's.
I haven't been to any bad concerts, but.
Mine, first one was Matchbox 20.
Oh, that's a good one.
In 97.
My husband's name is Robert Thomas.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I make fun of him all the time for that. Quote a bunch of Matchbox 20's lyrics all the
Yeah, I imagine that never gets old. Huh?
Yeah, I'm sure he still loves it after 7-8 years. I'm sure he's still really a fan of it.
I could see that being like one of those.
I mean, I'm Miranda who sings country music, so
right.
Join the club.
Yeah, we're going to see Matchbox 20 the 20th though, so I get to 26 years later. I get to go see him again.
It's amazing. It's gonna be. I just already know how good that's gonna be.
Yeah, I'm excited. They got a brand new record. Yeah, it's gonna. I'm hoping they do a lot the old stuff because I love. I mean those.
Oh, they would have to.
I mean, obviously they're massive songs, but those are like big chunk of my childhood.
Yep.
Like, so it was like, but yeah. So yeah, let's get that Winona collab coming soon, and Brandy Carlisle. Yeah, I'll tag them all on this post. Don't worry about it. And
right.
Make it happen.
They'll find me here.
Connect some dots. What about a song you wish you wrote? Is there maybe one that just really resonates with you that maybe like you feel like telling your story?
I feel like a lot of Casey Musgrave's music.
Yeah.
I feel like when because she has come out with a few albums since I have not heard them. It's been brand new coming out in my lifetime, and I feel like I was like, oh my god, I should have wrote that song. Like I should have wrote that song.
Yeah.
So yeah, I definitely feel like that way a lot with her music. But that's probably the small town,
sure,
small town country girl in me.
I do, yeah. I mean, I think like I think that's what's fun about the music, though, too. Like the same thing. I feel you feel that way about her. As I'm hoping, when people, maybe some young girls hear your record and feel very similar.
Here's to hoping.
Yeah, this and she's coming from my town, or somewhere close here and stuff, like those kind of things like that. I just feel like that's like the biggest, the coolest thing about music, that and like, when I go to concerts, I don't know, hopefully you get to experience, I don't know, maybe not in some of the bars, but, playing some of the more family friendly events and things, where you're getting, young girls that are interested in what you're doing and your songs and guitar and stuff. And maybe you inspire them to take a path and
definitely try to do at least one show a month that is family friendly.
Right.
And got to be my favorite shows because they're amazing. Like it's so cool to see like a little girl sitting there with her eyes wide as saucers, like just watching. And my brother's girlfriend's daughter, she'll sit and like record me for like an hour on her iPad and then go home and watch it on a loop.
Right.
And she's like, if I got to hear you sing Shania Twain one more time, I'm like, it's bad enough that you got to come to all my every single show, but then she's going to play it on a loop when you're at home. I'm your Blippy.
Yeah. Let's get you some headphones.
I'm your Barney.
That's funny. I went to a JJ Grey and Mofro show, and I just stood out to me because there was like a dad holding their kid up on their shoulders, and he like JJ like made a point to acknowledge the kid, handed him a guitar pick, and
that's so awesome.
And like I'm like something like that, like this is gonna change that kid's life,
forever.
It's like,
we'll always remember that.
It's like even if whatever, like it's always be like, man, that was a cool night. That was I got to meet JJ and everything else, and
it's so I feel like people forget so easily that it's like we're all human,
right,
and nobody's better than anybody else. And if you're in the position to be able to like make somebody's day, why would you not?
Sure.
And so easily is, and then there's so many people who don't do that, and it's like, why be like that? I just don't understand that.
Yeah, I don't get it. But yeah, hopefully, maybe we'll get. Is that the show coming up with Confederate?
Oh,
Railroad?
yeah, I'm opening for Confederate Railroad.
Is that more family appropriate?
I don't really know about that one.
Yeah.
That is July 30th. It's at the New Athens, at the marina, the campgrounds in New Athens. And I know Boulder Dash is going to play, and then Confederate Railroad will close the night out. And I'm also playing, I think it's like an all day kind of thing. And I don't really know the times on everything quite yet, but we're still getting everything worked out. But I'm super excited. I've actually opened for Confederate Railroad in, God, I don't even remember what year it was, but it was a while. It was when I used to, like, before I moved away and played back in the day. And I'm sure that was probably when I did 80 Taylor Swift covers. And they were probably like, what in the world is up with this girl? So hopefully I'm a little more seasoned by this point opening for them. They're not quite so, what is happening?
Yeah, sure. But yeah, I just think that's a fun thing. Like I said, getting to share those songs and getting to make that impact on the youth, and and maybe, who knows what, like I said, well, maybe someday some girls having the same conversation and talking about how you influenced her. So I think that's a dream. That's a cool thing to be, for sure. So
I hope so.
But yeah, make your plans to join us on June 30th for the big album release party. And then I can follow along on your Facebook and Instagram and TikTok.
Yes.
And, but yeah, I'm excited to see what's next for you. Maybe see what, maybe the next records shapes up to sound like and stuff. Who knows what direction, this thing.
I have some pretty cool little fun YouTube videos that I made for these songs too. You guys should go check those out as well. Yeah, they're kind of fun.
Yeah, you got the official Janice and Dolly video.
Yeah, I got one for Buy Me a Drink, and a little spoiler, I got another one coming for Boyfriend soon. Right. So yeah, I'm excited. So
click subscribe, like and subscribe. That's what you gotta say, I guess.
Like and subscribe.
Hit that notification bell.
YouTuber now.
Yeah.
Girl in many hats.
Yeah. What? Yeah. I mean, hey, I look at it, it's like we're all small business owners, so we got to do it all.
I think I definitely went into this like, I need something that's just easy for me. And then I was like, this is work.
Yeah, sure. And
good work, right. Grateful work, but it's not a walk in the park all the time.
Yeah. And there's a lot of hours people don't see that you're putting in the work, and that, so, but yeah, it's very much that, it's very rewarding, and
very rewarding.
It's fun to see the hard work paying off, and so but yeah, I appreciate you taking some time to hang with me, and
thanks for having me.
Absolute pleasure getting to meet you and getting to share some of these stories and songs. And again, big shout out to Copper Fire for their hospitality, letting us hang out in this beautiful room here.
Gorgeous, yes. Come check them out. They're amazing.
What do we got? What is this, wedding reception or something like that?
I think so. Yeah, they got it set up all nice up here.
Yeah, so very nice room they got here. Private little space upstairs. So if you need any of those kind of
reservations or party room or whatever
we got it all.
They got everything your heart desires.
Yeah. So, but yeah, thank you, Miranda, and I'm excited to watch the show tonight. So
awesome. Thanks.
Yeah. All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye.